I mean, like, I'm so glad we didn't put that on camera, but maybe we should have,
we should not have that.
If we're talking about authenticity, no.
Nope. Pastor Kyle doesn't need to be seen in that light.
Well, guys, we're live streaming on about 15 different platforms across the web sphere. I can't believe it. I thought yesterday was Thursday and I thought today was Friday because I was just pumped to get this out here. But man, it's here. The day is here. You know, Sean and I have been working behind the scenes for the last dang near 60 days, asking a question, what's next? And I think that's as we roll into 2024, as originators, as entrepreneurs, as people in sales, as real estate professionals, that's a really important question. What's next? And I had a person on my team who said, oh, if you work for Shane, you're going to be constantly changing. Right. And I used to be like, I try to downplay that. No, it's not that big a deal. And then I thought, you know what? Yeah, if you don't like change, don't come work with me because I'm naturally always asking myself, what's next? And I know you guys are the same. And so that question was asked. Sean and I, we're blessed to be able to have an answer come to us. And so the what's next for Next Level is now here. And I'm super excited to be a part of the next generation of Next Level. The most important community for sales, entrepreneurs, loan officers, mortgage originators, bankers, whatever you call yourself out there in the industry. And I'm super excited to have you guys here as my partners in this. And so I don't know where we're going to take this, guys, but like, that's all I had. That's all I wrote on my script.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody.
Now we can just go back to what you were talking about earlier, Kyle.
Yeah, let's go back to the Bible study that we were having before we jumped on here. So, guys, what I'm excited about is, Landon and I, when he and I partnered on Academy 18, like, y'all think back 5 years ago to when y'all started, like you have all these ideas, but there's only so much money unless you want to go broke trying to get there. And so, Landon and I were working our butts off to try to love and serve and coach these people. But there's only so much you have access to when you're brand new and trying to figure this out. And so, one of the things that I loved about you guys acquiring us was just access to more stuff, to create more reach, to help people, and Landon talks a lot about how like the two of us could do more than any one of us could by ourselves. And so I'm so excited to see what the four of us will be capable of, because we all bring so many different skills and abilities to the table. And it's going to be a lot of fun.
I normally step over Sean and talk over him. So Sean, I gave this extra long pause and then you didn't say anything.
I was just waiting. I mean, I just figured you were going to talk anyway. So,
well, listen, so the exciting announcement, which I kind of almost glossed over, is that Next Level has acquired Academy 18, but really I think acquired is just a word that doesn't mean a lot in 2024 to me. We've partnered, right?
Yep.
And we strategically aligned for entrepreneurs that really create a more diverse fabric here at Next Level. And as we look at where the industry is going, it's that old quote, the Wayne Gretzky, go where the puck is going, not where the puck is. I think what's so important is what we need to understand as originators, as real estate agents, as business leaders in 2024 is where we want to be in 5 years is not where we think we're going to be today, like looking ahead. And so it's going to take a diverse set of perspectives, tactics, strategies, ideas. And so it's not 4 people doing the job of 5. It's 4 people with 500 ideas, implementing tactics and strategies at a high level with extreme authenticity, right? And like, that's the word and it's 2 words, but it's a word, extreme authenticity, because authenticity doesn't mean a lot. Extreme authenticity does. It's like yesterday, I recorded a quick video for a book that Kyle's writing. And I said in that video, my dad, who was this larger than life white guy from Seattle. I mean, what's it? Can you say white guy? And I'm like, I'm going to say what I want to say because otherwise it wouldn't be me. Right. And like extreme authenticity is what this group brings. I think what's really exciting to me is that it's not just the four of us. We've got an incredible group of contributors that we just spoke to. And like, that's the fabric and the backbone that builds that foundation of Next Level. And it's going to continue. And so not only are we adding to our ownership family, we're also enhancing our opportunities for growth and development for our, not only our originators, but, you know, the real estate community. And so I'm going to brag on these two guys for those of you who know Next Level and don't know them. So Landon, you know, owns and operates in partnership, a real estate company that has over 100 agents and more and growing. He's an entrepreneur, but he's a dad and a husband first. He respects that balance. He's an outdoorsman, but he's not doing that at the expense of running a high quality business. He's an executor in his business, and he does it at a high level. And that's something that Next Level, you know, loan officers can talk about what they think real estate agents think, right? It's like a husband trying to talk about what their wife thinks. Good luck being accurate with that, right? Why not go right to the source? And so bringing in Landon's mind, his perspectives, his experience. He was also a top real estate agent. So it wasn't like he just was the guy who would coach other people how to be successful and not do it. It's very easy to tell people how to lift weights. It's much harder to show up at 5 a.m. and lift. Landon did that. And so I'm extremely excited about that. Kyle, on the other hand, is the guy who says, I'm just a pastor, but he owns multiple businesses. He owns a highly successful and well-leveraged virtual assistant company. He owns a content creation company. He's a public speaker. He's a guy who he's owned multiple things. You owned a roofing company, and like, I'm just trying to imagine you getting on a roof.
Bro, I did it in skinny jeans and Toms.
In 100-degree weather?
People, I got the weirdest looks. I think one, because of my size, but then two, they're like, you're wearing Tom's shoes.
Was that look, Kyle, by the way, was that around like 2012, 13, 14? Because that's like
dog.
Like,
I mean, guys, Toms aren't even shoes.
Yeah.
These are not shoes. They're slippers. They're man slippers.
Yeah.
Okay.
But surprisingly, they were great for the roof because you basically wanted to be barefoot up there,
true.
but it was too hot. So, you know, Tom's was the next best thing.
I hope the nail gun never slipped when you were doing that.
No. I was never responsible for putting a roof on a house.
I know that's
Right.
really what I meant is like, when you said I own a roofing company, I'm thinking of like owner operator, and like,
No.
that was not you.
I did have to climb up there and assess damage, right? To create an insurance claim if it needed it. We had crews that actually were tearing off and putting back on. But I will tell you guys, you know, if anybody knows anything about roofing, right? Shingles have what's called granular on it, right? That's the reflective, small, tiny little piece of rock. And there was always so much of it falling off the roof with every step I took up there. And so if the roof wasn't hailed out for an insurance claim, it definitely was by the time I finished.
Who would have thought we'd go into skinny jeans, Toms, and roofing on this?
So let me tell you guys what I'm really excited about here, because
Redirect us, Sean.
you know, Next Level was, we started as a high-end coaching platform and really changed to something that was very low cost to help all salespeople and not be something just for the elite. And so I'm so excited about this next evolution and having Kyle, you on, Landon with your real estate expertise, because like Kyle, you mentioned earlier, we just want to help more people. Like,
yeah,
I had a closing recently where like a realtor, after the fact, somebody will never do business with again, but like tried to send an extra commission after the day after the loan closed to change the closing disclosure for the buyer. And like, that's never been the kind of attitude or anything that we have believed or built. It's completely why we changed Next Level 4 years ago to a model that any loan officer, any salesperson could afford. And this evolution with Kyle and you, Landon, and what we bring to the table and more people that we can help, like, it's just, there's a lot of green pasture and runway ahead of what we're bringing to help everyone.
Well, I think that's what's so exciting. I mean, right there, that whole explanation there is just how, once again, you guys have pivoted, right? And gone a new direction for the greater good. And Shane, you led off with, you know, people say, if you don't like change, you shouldn't work for Shane. And I think that's really healthy though, because we have an onboarding system, we have the first 30-day system. And yet I find myself after spending weeks on it to make sure it's correct, being like, we should probably pivot this so that this comes across this way, right? But like even into Academy 18, Kyle, I mean, how many times in literally like a 60-day window did we add this, take this away, pivot this, meet at this new time? And each time we asked ourselves, like, is that too much change? Is that too much to ask of them? And it's like, we're still finding our ideal client. We're still making these changes to make sure that it's effective and efficient. And so I just love how all of that has kind of come full circle for all of us. And I know we'll continue to make changes and pivots and just really ensure that this community is worth being a part of. So that's what I'm excited about.
Yeah, I refuse to be the coaching company that for the last 20 years has always preached and coached the same thing.
Sure.
Because that's not life. All right. Like the advice of 2 decades ago, some of it works, but we've got to be willing to evolve and shift and change. And so, I love the unique perspectives that the 4 of us bring to the industry. And I think, it's going to benefit us to have both Shane and Sean, your opinions as we build out the real estate side. But then it's also going to benefit you guys to have mine and Landon's opinions as we continue to build out the mortgage side. And it's just going to make each side of the community stronger because of the uniqueness that we're all bringing to the table.
Yeah. I mean, if we just wanted to be like everyone else and like something for the past 20 years, it would always be our year with an early exit in the playoffs, right?
I mean, listen, we want to keep this on
I don't know
track,
what
and
you're
you're going to
talking
hit the guy low at the knees.
Well, last time I checked, you don't even have a football.
I know. This is where this always devolves into this. Listen, I would love if each of us could just share kind of a thought, like a closing thought, because we've got a lot of people on here, people that know, love, and trust us, and they're really asking, like, why? Like, why, Kyle, are you, I don't want to say giving up something, but you're giving up something. It's like creating a blended family, right? Like that creates new, you have to learn new things and new habits and new expectations and new commitments and like why. And like, I'll go first and then I want you guys to answer this too. And for me, the last 12 months, and I posted last week my W-2 for last year. And I did it because I told my team, like, you guys operate with agency. I treat you guys like equals. And I want you to know I made $8,400 last year, right? In my mortgage company, because I was putting everything back into my people. I made the least amount of money I made in the last 10 years, but I learned the most.
Yeah.
And like, I don't come out of 2020, like people are like, oh, I'm so sorry, you'll get better. I'm like, dude, I don't need any encouragement. It was my best year ever. Because I learned so much about myself. I had more incredible opportunities with my family. I have perspectives on things that I never had before. And I'm looking at this as the next year of me just learning and evolving and like growing. And one thing that we all agreed was the number one thing that Next Level will be about is the community. We will make it so easy for you to be able to show up every day or any day to be able to engage and interact. We will bring on people from inside and outside your industry to help you make your industry and your job better. We'll do it with extreme authenticity. And if that means I slip a swear word, Pastor Kyle's going to help. Like, I know you will, brother. I know you will. But like, we're going to do all of this at an extreme low cost, but we are going to expect investment. Right. And I think that like that combination from the 4 of us with our contributors and all the people in our Next Level family already, I'm like super excited about.
Sean, you and Landon go. I'll go last so I don't upstage you jokers.
All right. So I mean, it's just about what we deliver every day. It's about what we show up and do. And, Shane, definitely, I'm in your boat. Last year was one of my least income years in quite a many trips around the sun. But again, like, nobody needs to feel sorry for me either. Like I was able to invest in my new company that I opened. I was able to dial in systems and improve things. And that's really kind of, if you're watching this, if you're a loan officer, if you're a realtor, and you renewed your license and you're ready to dominate this year. Like, congratulations on making it through to the other side, and come join us and let us help you as we all rode this ship together in a direction that is just better for all of us and better for our industries, and really helps dominate what we're doing in sales.
I love it. Landon, what you got?
Man, I'm just excited to be part of this group. Kyle mentioned already, you know, I had said previously at some point, you know, if two people can do the work of three, with the idea of me and Kyle and Academy 18, two can do the work of three, what can a group of four people achieve? And I'm a big believer in plan the work the plan, you know? And so that might mean on some days that it is super, super defined and detailed. And it might mean that the next day is a little bit more free with these things worked in that I know have to be accomplished to move the business forward. But Shane, much like yourself, I mean, again, not about the money side of it, but kind of leaning into like what I want to be doing with my time and where my heart is. I mean, I make probably, and mind you, right, Shane, you've mentioned this before, like own the brokerage, 140 agents, like I probably make 3 times less than I could in sales, for real, like no joke. But this is where I want to be. This is what I want to be doing. This is where I want to be showing up and serving our agents and serving our staff, making sure they're taken care of, their questions are answered. That is really, really important to me. Now, the back end of that, Shane, like you said, I get an opportunity to be home a smidge more than when I was in sales. But overall, it feels like a lot more, because with sales, it was all over the map. So just simply put, I am so excited to collaborate with you guys. I believe that everything is better together. And so I'm excited to see what this has in store for us.
My final word is this. We are all desperate for community. I've been a solo entrepreneur for a long time, and I've recently brought partners into all of my companies, and it just makes everything so much better. You get to share in the success. You get to share in the burdens. You get to share in the growth, the pain. And so what I know, sadly, is that in our industry, both real estate and mortgage, most of these companies that exist don't give 2 craps about the people that work in it. And so I love that we are creating a community of people that are for one another. Right, that we're creating a community that is not just teaching somebody how to have a better mortgage business, how to have a better real estate business. I'm excited for the stories that come out of it that say, you know what, I wasn't ready for this, but you actually made me a better husband. Being in Next Level made me a better dad. Being in Next Level elevated me as a business owner, and the way I serve my employees. I didn't realize there was such a gap in the capacity that I had to love and serve people. And this is what people need, man. There's too many islands in our industry where people feel alone and misunderstood, and they assume nobody cares. Nobody's in the same boat as them. And so I can't wait to just have all these people rowing the same direction with the same vision. And Next Level community is going to be the place to be in the mortgage and real estate space.
I love it. Well, if you're already in the Next Level family, thank you for your commitment. Thank you for your trust. Thank you for your loyalty. We have always said we will never let you down, and we won't. We're excited. Starting next week, our new lineup is rolling and going live. 5-day-a-week content, training, ideas, engagement, community, and like we're super stoked about that. If you left the community, we will still let you back in. Maybe. Pastor Kyle, there is a story in the Bible about the prodigal son returning.
It's not true. That's not in the Bible.
It's a parable. Oh, shut up. Yes, it is. Guys, you can always come back, and we love you guys, and we want to bring you back home to Next Level. We want you to get back in the community because it's so important. And if you've never heard of us, like if you go to becomenl.com right now, we have a 2-fold guarantee. Now, if this requires you to actually do the work and invest. And every time somebody has said, hey, I want to leave Next Level, they have not done the work.
Yeah,
I know that because I see everything, and I let them out. but you doing the work and investing in yourself will pay you back tenfold. If I invest in you, it will pay you back, but you invested in yourself will pay you back tenfold. And we're super excited about that. We're doing something pretty cool there. We're dropping our monthly cost by 66% right now. And guys, if you think we're going to be making millions of dollars at $98 a month, you are sorely mistaken. I'd love that to be the case, but this is about building the largest community of like-minded entrepreneurs, salespeople, real estate and lending in the industries. And it starts today. Thank you guys. Thank you guys online, and can't wait to see you on the other side.
Come on.